Yes, hello. Hello everyone. Paper 2. Just now Anthropology paper 2 exam has been completed. I am coming up with the complete discussion of the paper 2. So, this is the compulsory question paper. Contribution of Robert Bruce Foote, Aryan debate, K.S. Singh. How the paper 1 was little bit tricky with one or two questions. The paper 2 is that much easy. Damn easy paper. Paper 2 is damn easy paper. Normal preparation is enough to write this paper 2 answer sheet. So, I will be coming into the explanation. This is the question paper. I made a PPT in which each answer will be discussed. I will go there and I will come back which paper, which answers I will be attempting in the examination hall. Yes. So, the first question is compulsory question. Contributions of Robert Bruce Foote to Indian archaeology. In India, the Paleolithic period, lower, middle, upper is there, and it is proved by this particular person called as Robert Bruce Foote. Without knowing the name of Robert Bruce Foote, we will not enter into the Indian archaeology. It's a most easy question this is. Robert Bruce Foote and his contribution for Indian archaeology is the first question. Second question, debates on Aryan invasion. Debates on Aryan invasion. Aryan debate, which is called as very famous concept. Very famous concept. Expected question this is. Expected question. My expected questions also this question is there. Aryan debate. Aryan debate with respect to caste. Aryan debate with respect to marrying the local woman, the Dravidian woman, the tribal woman. So what is this Aryan debate? That also the expected question, the number. Second question is debate on Aryan invasion. Debate on Aryan invasion. How the caste system came into India. So there is a Aryan angle. What is this Aryan angle? So there is a debate with respect to this Aryan angle, with respect to evolution of caste system in India. Very famous debate. This is expected question. Number 3. Contribution of K.S. Singh. K.S. Singh, Kumar Suresh Singh, an IAS officer who turned as an anthropologist, who is an editor for some time for People of India, the very famous magazine. He also worked as a chairman of the Anthropological Survey of India, the head of Anthropological Survey of India, who did ethnographic studies on Birsa Munda. In the tribal community of Munda, he studied about the Munda and he wrote a book on Birsa Munda. So his contributions are very, very important for the Munda tribal community. He worked for the development of the Munda tribal population. Not only that, he also studied on rural society, Indian society. Contemporary anthropologist, we can believe him, K.S. Singh. Expected question. Why? Because UPSC is asking all the contemporary anthropologists. K.S. Singh is one contemporary anthropologist. Like Ananta Sayanam Krishnam. Ananta Krishnan Iyer question, how it is came in the previous, the same way the question was been repeated. Dravidian languages, yes, the Dravidian languages, we had a very big linguistic classification of Indian population in which Dravidian language group is there. The Dravidian language group of South India, the language division you have to make, 10 marker. Sino-Tibetan, the big table will be there in the unit number 4 of paper 2. That we have to draw here. Dravidian, Austric, Sino-Tibetan, Mongolian, Mongoloids and Dravidians. Dravidians are tribal language group. The Dravidians are also tribal languages groups. That figure you have to draw and with examples you have to mention about this. Fifth question. Kap Panchayat. Contemporary, what is this Kap Panchayat? Why we are unable to regulate? What is the Supreme Court judgment? What are the negatives of this Kap Panchayat? Why the politicians are unable to control this Kap Panchayat? Yes, expected question this is. Kap Panchayat, contemporary. Discuss the impact of Islam on Indian society. Islamic architecture is there. Persian language is there. Urdu language is there. This all impact we have to mention. 20 marker. Third unit. Paper 2, third unit, 3.4. Impact of Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, Jainism and impact of Islam on Indian society, 3.4. Expected question. Discuss the contribution of V.N. Misra, archaeological studies, archaeological studies. 3 people are very, very important. Sankalia, H.D. Sankalia, Misra, Robert Bruce Foote. These 3 people are very important for Indian archaeology. V.N. Misra is a person who excavated Hathnora. After H.D. Sankalia, the most important archaeological anthropologist in India is V.N. Misra. It is there in my notes. Elucidate the linguistic classification of Indian tribes. Total Indian tribes. except Indo-European, Austric, Sino-Tibetan and Dravidian. You have to mention this classification of Indian tribes. Elucidate the linguistic classification of Indian tribes. Total classification except Indo-European, there is Austric, there is Sino-Tibetan and there is Dravidian. These three groups are part of the linguistic classification of Indian population, which is given by Grierson and Ruggieri. Then discuss the characteristics of caste system in India. 20 marker caste definition, characteristics of caste as it is. 20 marker give the origins of caste system in India, one line, and the criticism of caste system. Explain the characteristics of caste system with one example. Discuss the importance of ethno-archaeology. Ethno-archaeology most important. By understanding today's tribal communities, we will be analyzing the archaeological evidences of the past and we will be understanding the purpose, the function of that particular cultural remains is called as ethno-archaeology. Yes, this is also most expected question. Ethno-archaeology 1.3. And the next question. The next question is 3C. Explain the impact of Hinduism on tribal people of India. 8.1. Impact of Hinduism, Islam, Christianity and Buddhism on tribal India. On tribal India, Hinduism, total central Indian tribes are influenced by Hinduism, total northeastern tribes are influenced by the Christianity. So what is their impact? How the impact happened? Social impact, political impact, economical impact, cultural impact. 4A. Examine the reasons of caste violence in India with suitable examples. Caste violence. Sunduru massacre of Guntur, very famous. Badaun incident. Unnao tragedy, very recently what happened? The Rampur district. So various incidences you have to mention. So caste definition, the characteristics of caste with respect to suitable examples you have to mention about this. And what is the role played by the National Commission for SC also, if it is not mentioned but still you have to mention National Commission for SC castes. Why? Because it is for 20 marker. Discuss the impact of globalization on Indian village, to the point from 5.1. Impact of globalization on Indian village. Globalization, characteristics of globalization, impact of globalization on Indian village, social, political, economical, cultural, with example. Describe the provisions under 6th schedule of the Indian Constitution, 5th schedule, 6th schedule, 6th schedule of the Constitution. Tribal areas, AMTM, Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram. Autonomous district councils, that you have to mention here, AMTM. Then 5th compulsory questions. Sanskritisation, concept of Sanskritisation given by M.N. Srinivas, definition of M.N. Srinivas Sanskritisation, modified definition of Sanskritisation, and what are the different models of Sanskritisation? 10 marker. Then Narmada Man. Who is this Narmada Man? Homo erectus. Write about the Homo erectus. Narmada Man is a Homo erectus man. In Indian variety is Narmada Man. Explain about it with one example. Most expected question. Either Shiva Pithecus, Rama Pithecus or Narmada Man will come. The Narmada Man came. Concept of dominant caste concept. M.N. Srinivas is the person who gave the dominant caste. What are the examples of dominant caste? What are the characteristics of dominant caste? Yes. Linguistic minorities in India. What are the protections given to them? What are the constitutional protections given to them? Linguistic minorities. 5.7.1 direct question. 7.1 religious and linguistic minorities. Religious and linguistic minorities in India. Linguistic minorities. With example, tribal example, Zaksa, what he told for the protection of linguistic minorities, the tribal languages. Concept of ethnicity. What is the concept of ethnicity? What is the concept of Sumner is the person who defined. Frederick is another person who defined about the ethnicity. And you also mentioned the characteristics of ethnicity. What are the reasons for ethnicity? How this ethnicity is leading to ethnic conflict? Finish answer. What are the social and political problems of religious minorities in India? Religious minorities in India. Linguistic minorities, religious minorities. Directly from the syllabus itself. Not from the topics, directly from the syllabus of UPSC. Religious minorities is Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Jains, Sikhs. What is their social status? What is their political status? It is for 20 marker. Write about the economic status also, cultural status also. Describe the functions of tribal research institutes in India. This is somewhat. Tribal research in India. Yes, research is very important. Tribal research in India. What are the tribal research institutes? Directly from I told most of the students, compulsory you have to go through pinch to pinch from Ministry of Tribal Affairs. There is one icon is there, Tribal Research of India. Just to go through it, mention 4 or 5 research institutes and what they are going to do. Traditional knowledge digital libraries. Next question. Discuss the effect of job reservation in alleviating unemployment among the tribal people of India. What is the role? Articles you mentioned. Public employment, how it is helping, how the reservation systems are there. And with some issues also, how Gujars of Rajasthan who are being OBCs want to get ST status. Why? Because the Gujars of Jammu and Kashmir are enjoying the ST status. So the issues. How there is you have to mention this also, how Minas of STs are hijacking the total reservations of STs, where the Gonds, Chenchus, Todas are not at all present in the government reservations or in the government jobs. So what steps we need to take? In this context, you should also mention about M. Nagaraj case of 2006, Supreme Court judgment. 7a, explain the impact development induced displacement among the tribal people in India with suitable. I gave you 11 contexts with 11 examples. Mention that. Development induced displacement. Dongria Kond, Yanadi tribes, Santals, Mundas, Malar, Chota Nagpur Plateau. With examples. Discuss the characteristic features of Neolithic culture in India. Characteristic features. What are the Neolithic culture? First, mention Neolithic culture. Neolithic culture is called as revolution by Golden Child. Why it is called as Neolithic revolution? Because it is of the following characteristics like sedentarism, agriculture, domestication of animals. These all things started from Neolithic. Then Neolithic culture in India. What are the regions of Neolithic culture? Region based Neolithic culture of India you have to mention. And their characteristics. Critically evaluate the state of implementation of the constitutional safeguards for the scheduled caste. Critically evaluate negatives. Mention the constitutional safeguards for SCs. Why I am criticizing it? Why it is not fulfilling the aspirations of the SCs? 15 marker. So how the SC term came? Who are SCs? Then what are the constitutional safeguards for SCs? Then critically evaluate the constitutional safeguards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7c. 8a. Discuss the regionalism and demand for autonomy in India from anthropological perspective. With respect to Kashmir, Nagaland, Bodoland, Gorkhaland agitation. Yes, M.N. Srinivas is the person who gave solutions for regionalistic demands. How to stop the regionalism? M.N. Srinivas gave. Anthropological context. If you write generally, then it will become a general studies answer. He clearly mentioned anthropological perspective. In my notes it is there. 8b. Elucidate the problems of land alienation among the tribals of India. 6b. Tribal problems. Land alienation, poverty, indebtedness, education, health. 5 problems. Land alienation. Direct example. Direct question. Lot of examples are there. Then the last question, describe the different settlement patterns in rural India. Linear settlement pattern, circular pattern, rectangular pattern, nucleotide pattern, and there is one case study of Mizoram also. Direct question from the syllabus. So paper 2 is very easy. Paper 1 is about the intelligent selection of writing the answers. That's it. If you are intelligent enough, means with respect to choosing of the answers, if you are wise enough with respect to choosing of your answers, you will be alright. So in overall, paper 1 is very easy, paper 2 is moderate. Sorry, paper 2 is very easy, paper 1 is moderate. Thank you, all the best. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.